Welcome to the JEHOVIH Chronicles with your host, Cosmon Cal.
Yeah, I feel good. The atmospheric, green skies, they gang coming. I be in and out, so leave that thing running. Purified is preferred. Higher frequency, a higher bird. I observe on a different nerve. Breaking codes, I am the yoga. Deadly as a Ruger, straight and a shooter. Out the holster with this mudra, inoculation with the wisdom. Creator shape my prism and hit them with no schisms. Perfect. Reason turn the light up. Y'all disappointing like 9 to 5 and some write-ups. Something rearranged, let that boy cook. Organization 33, stay up in them books. Lead them boys shook. 46 divided, yeah, I'm Fort Michael. It was only rifle that I came up in this cycle. They say they gangsters, but they telling you. Step outside, take off my shoes and let the sun hit my melon. Had to be learned that the herb beat the medicine. It's the same matrix, so who you think you better than? Perfect.
Sunflowers grow, some may get big and tall, but not for you and me. Sunflowers bloom, but not for me and you. We just bloom and let go, big explosion. Some float away, it's just the wind that takes some. Some are waiting on a hand to save them, and that will never be because you don't want me now. Except for hills that sunny, don't you water me, cover me in your feet, make the ocean sing, whoa, bring the rain down. Some others know they better leave them fall, but at times I don't think. Some lovers hold on to what lets them go, like me let them receive, and I will never leave because you don't wanna be enough. Oh no. Set the hills are sunny, you water me, cover me in your feet, make the oceans equal. Make it for me, baby, I'll be free from you. Make it for me, baby, I'll be free from you.
Creator gang is undefeated. Creator gang is undefeated. Know that. They not like us. Separate the real from the fake is a must. We stand on creator and no God we trust. Team Kemet got crushed into powder and dust. Woo! Kemet looking bad now. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many men down? Look at us all running, ducking, trying to skip town. Now power one it in. You Hebrew, what you Kemet now? Siding with the people that enslaved your own people now? Chop you up into pieces and throw you in the river now. Reggie right beside you, get ate by Kemetic crocodile. Look, we got them running, covering square miles. Scared to death, what's left only to take the crown. Get smashed down on your own stomping ground. We took over like the Hicks on your turf doing a disco. 2-stepping, no half-stepping with the info. You wouldn't even know the book of the dead, bro, if it wasn't for the translation done by my sparrow. Your time's narrow, semi-missiles blow out your arch arrows. Arches down, so goes the pharaoh. I saw him reading the glyphs like he an expert. But where he learned that from? This about to hurt. First translation came from Samuel Birch. European Egyptology gave you it first. You couldn't translate a bird to a word without looking up them European definition verbs. Y'all niggas acting like y'all blackity black. Fronting to the people, man, y'all niggas actually whack. Your pathetic comedic creation meant there's a trap. The blind leading the blind with no actual facts. Shabario Saze, you softer than Sade. Come to find out he followed Yahweh. That was your execution. You par Rosicrucian. Western thought you using. You are quite confusing. Don't know what you doing. How my eye got you moving. Right now you are losing. At your wake I'm viewing. R.I.P. communion. Mummy wrapped in ruin. OSP is ruling. Science has been proven. All motion moving. You live in an illusion. Who you think you fooling? Think you need some schooling. It's like Reggie out here living in a ghost town. Walking around like I see dead people around. I don't believe in spirits, but I believe them now. Stuttering Stanley, you can have a seat now.
Stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley. Shut up, you freak.
Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods, 69 gods, 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods, 69 gods, 69 gods.
Yeah.
Creator gang is undefeated.
Yeah.
Creator gang is undefeated, and it's gonna remain that way. And it's gonna remain that way.
Yo, man. Right back at it. Early in the morning. Off this cushion, this coffee, Cosmon, the cloud kicker, right back at it, man. Your hostess with the mostest, holding that bar like a roach clip, your naga, your nerve. Fresh off of that curb jelly, jam and preserve. Trying to tell y'all, hey, this JEHOVIH Chronicles. Oh, wait a minute. I obviously have forgotten how to spell Jehovah. There we go. Let me change that. And then I'll just drop this down in the chat, man. What's going on, y'all? What's the word, jelly birds? What y'all got going on, man? Holla at your big cousin them. Your big cousin them. Cosmonian, man. Holla at your boy, man. What y'all got up? How y'all doing this morning, man? I hope the creator. Well, obviously, you're blessed. You woke up this morning. You dig what I'm talking about? Remember they used to say, remember your grandmama and them used to say, well, you better be thankful. There's some people that didn't wake up this morning. I never used to understand why they used to say that. Till you learn how really short this thing is, man. You dig what I'm saying? Until you really learn how short it is. And especially that should be prevalent in these last couple years, these last 5 years. Especially with the Ronnie Wrong, you dig what I'm saying? It let a lot of people know that you can be touched. And that sometimes, you know what I mean? I think it had some, it had good effects and bad effects. You dig what I'm talking about on your mental health. Sometimes, people, they found out really how isolated they were. You know what I mean? That came to a shock in the people, how isolated they were, how unin touch with their families they were. You know what I mean? And it brought your mortality back into, front and center. You dig what I'm talking about? You can die. You dig what I'm talking about? It's not all gravy out here. It's not all sweet all the time. You dig what I'm saying? But let me see, throw a couple shout outs real quick. You dig what I'm talking about? See anybody in the chat real quick? Let me check this chat. We got up in here. Elijah 7, my bro. What up, though? You dig what I'm talking about? Boy, I know you be working like a Hebrew slave all the damn time, but you got to come on, hit the panel, man. Come on, share some of your light. Give us your story. You dig what I'm talking about? And just come chop it up with your cousin, man. We need to set that up. You dig what I'm saying? He say, bless up, family. He say, listening in. He say, may the creator eat. Oh, wow. The sound that the wind make be with you. And have a grand day. That's right. Bless up to you. Just me. He said, what's cooking this morning? Oh, boy, we about to hit it with some Zatarans, a little Old Bay. You dig what I'm talking about? Because we're going to get up into this Jehovah Chronicles number 227. The worshipers of the Great Spirit in America. Right? They had always been telling us forever that we was Africans. You dig what I'm talking about? You was a slave nigga and you was stupid and somebody raped your grandmama and your great grandmama and your great grandmama and then raped your great granddaddy next to your great. Man, listen. We coming to find out that ain't none of that's real. Just think about it. I'm a fool. How you gonna enslave and oppress and subjugate 100,000 cosmons? It's impossible. I can't control myself sometimes. How I'm gonna let somebody else control? I'm just not built like that, and I don't think my ancestors were either. You dig what I'm saying? So we're going to get into some of this information that's found in OWASP about the peoples in the Americas. Huh? Did you know that every Aboriginal in America praised the Great Spirit? Every one of them? Don't even matter if you were let me make this clear for those who don't know. When I say Native American, I am talking about the Eurasian stock of people who look mongoloidal, who live on reservations. When I say Aboriginal American, I am talking about the copper-colored indigenous Americans that were found here by Europeans. It was already here. OWASP goes into their history. Goes to show that even the earliest prophet, an Ahuan, or copper-colored Negro, with long black coarse hair, is the very first prophet of America. Copper-colored, brown. The iron-leaning Ahuan is an Angui. In the Americas, once you cut him back with another iron, he even more leaning iron. The Angui, I'm going to show y'all, is the word Negro. Angui is the word Negro. This is why the American Indian is tied to the word Negro and nigga so heavily. You didn't know that's what we were called. And we still called it to this day, the American Aboriginal Americans. Shout out to the Iroquois, the Haudenosaunee, the people of the Longhouse. What do they call themselves today? The Angui, the first of men, upright man. To this very day, they still call themselves Anguis. We're going to go and show you what these Anguis look like. Who they are today. You dig what I'm talking about? We're going to get into all of it and then get into the praisers of the Great Spirit in America. Oh, yeah, OWASP talk about that, about America. And see, everybody always thought that it was over there in Israel or Africa was the motherland and was the promised land. No, the promised land is right up under your feet. And this is why Aboriginal American. They always trying to tie you to some stuff over there. Why? So you don't never look right up under you. Huh? You don't never take notice of yourself. You always trying to tie yourself to some imaginary kunta kinte. It comes as a very huge surprise to most people when you find out that Kunta Kinte is a Choctaw name. It's a Choctaw name. Shout out to my people. Shout out to the Choctaw. Shout out to my Mohican folks. Shout out to my Huron folks. Shout out to my Biloxi folks. Shout out to all my Algonquin sides of my family. Shout out to the Haudenosaunee. Shout out to the Tonachi, or what you would call Siouan. Owaspy is the only book in the world to say the nigger is the Aboriginal American. And then he say, you the only one. And I put you here on purpose to prove that. The only reason that there are niggas in America, because the Creator put us here on purpose to prove a point. Sound different than you getting brought on a slave ship somehow. Huh? Where you come from? Here? Y'all gonna learn. Right? Let's get into this little video real quick. The return of the matriarch. Huh? Black American Indians reclaiming their legacy. Fire. Let's go.
The return of the matriarch Black American Indians reclaiming their legacy. For generations, the truth of who we are as Black American Indians has been buried under layers of false narratives. But today, we stand at the dawn of a new era, an era where the truth can no longer be silenced. The so-called African American, long told they were descendants of slaves from Africa, are in fact the original inhabitants of the Americas. This truth is known by many, from indigenous elders to global institutions like the United Nations. It is a truth that will soon break through the false history told by governments, textbooks, and those who have benefited from our oppression. Let's step back in time for a moment, before colonization, before the shackles, to a time when the Americas thrived under the guidance of matriarchs and strong tribal communities. The land was governed by its original people, people of copper-colored skin, people who lived in harmony with nature and each other. These weren't primitive societies. These were rich civilizations with their own laws, cultures, and knowledge systems. They weren't running around in loincloths like history books would have you believe. They had cities, trade routes, and systems of governance that rivaled those of Europe.
Listen up.
We, the Black American Indians, lived...
Listen up, man. Don't y'all believe that lie that we was these stupid, slow niggas with running around with goddamn loincloths on and nigga, we had shoes 18,000 years ago. We had apartment buildings thousands of years ago that's still standing, still used, multi-layered shit. You dig what I'm talking about? Hot and cold running water thousands of years ago. All by ourselves with nobody else. We produced the wheel. We created zero. Mastered hydrodynamics, pyramid building, metallurgy. These people wasn't stupid. Do not believe what these people got to say about your people. Don't believe nobody narrative about you. Huh? Listen to why wouldn't you listen to grandma narrative then? Why wouldn't you listen to your mama, your auntie, your cousin them narrative? One thing I know, shout out to my boy Prophet, my boy Prophet Swamper up in here, my Bulldog brother up in here. Y'all listen. Everybody hear the voice of the Creator. You just call it your conscience. Because you ain't figured out how to tune in. It's like a radio. You want me to tell y'all how to tune in? Eat vegetables. It's that simple. Clear your body out. Drink more water. Do something good to somebody. That voice start to get loud. It start to boom. Huh? And if you think about it, your gut, your conscience, that second mind, that thing to tell you, nah, don't go over there. That thing ain't never been wrong. That thing ain't never. Think about it. How many times did you said you was going, oh, I'm about to go out here to the homeboys, then last minute something tell you, man, nah, you don't go. Look up the next morning, 30 niggas then got shot at the club you was going to be at, and your homeboy, who you was going to be sitting right next to. That voice ain't never been wrong. Huh? Who is these people? Where are they at on the reservations? You ain't seen Nam engine look like this on a reservation. But they all in the hood. See, what y'all don't know is, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Starting in the 1870s, right? They started defining it before that, but in the 1870s, they put it on the census. For those people who were not willing to go to the reservation, right? And stayed where they were, right? Georgia, all up the East Coast, all through the South, all the niggas that didn't move, didn't go back, didn't go out west, right? Every one of them got their identity reclassified. So the Indians in them eras, if you didn't go, if you stayed, you got reclassified as a Negro or colored, right? If you went, you end up getting put in groups and reclassified as what we call Indians and Native Americans. But the term Native American, let this sink in, the term Native American as a people wasn't even invented till the 1960s. Huh? The term native comes from the Native Party, the know-nothings in the 1850s, 1860s, who were the sons and daughters of European colonists that had been here in America, who were hating on other white Europeans coming over here to the Americas and trying to stop them. Have you ever seen the movie Gangs of New York? What were they called? What did they call themselves? Natives. So today, it should come as no surprise that we see an Asian people who, by the way, start coming over here in 1808. They signed up with the United States government as slaves, indentures, and warriors. They came and fought with Mexico first. From there, they got the title of Chinos, right? This is from the Manila Galleon. They changed them from Chinos after the war to what because they came up here and fought with America too, on the side of the government. Shout out my Native American brothers. I love y'all. You know, Cosmon don't got no hate in his heart, but I'm going to tell this truth. You wear your shame on your face. You used to have pretty brown skin too. What happened? You sold out. You was the very first sellout. You came over here, right? You fought on their side against the niggas, the Indians, the Anguis. We gonna hit you with the right word, the real Aboriginal Algonquin word for our people is Angui. that is Aboriginal, that is Indian, that is indigenous, that is indigenous. Right? It means the first of men. Huh? And I'm telling you, the Iroquois, the Haudenosaunee, still call themselves Angwi to this day. But I'm going to tie it to because they're my people too. That's what they not getting, man. We got to get past the color, all that shit, because they didn't use these social constructs of race, Darwinism, and evolutionary racism to put people in these color boxes. You're white. You're black. I ain't never met a white person ever. Ever. And even the whitest of the white people I've ever seen who were albinos was niggas. Check. Huh? We got to get out our own way. Right? Let's keep cooking.
In this land long before Columbus ever set foot here. The narratives forced upon us about the transatlantic slave trade were designed to strip us of our identity, to sever the deep roots we had in this soil.
Yes.
Imagine the idea that millions of Africans were packed like sardines into wooden ships, sailing across treacherous oceans for months. It's a story that doesn't hold water when you think about it. How could wooden ships, without modern navigation or sanitation, transport millions of people across the Atlantic in the 1600s without catastrophic loss? The reality is that the majority of the people that so-called history books describe as African slaves were already here. We weren't brought here. We were prisoners of war.
The people who were brought here were the pale-faced Europeans. They try to lessen it up like it wasn't slavery. They give it this little cute name, right? Oh, indenture. It's indenture. It's different, Cosmon. It's different. It's slavery light. It's non-gluten slavery, Cosmon. No, nigga. They came over here on boats. Uh-oh. They told you the whole story backwards. Huh? Did you know it wasn't Africans being brought to America first? Did you know in 1493 Columbus brought Taínos to Spain? Uh-oh. They didn't tell you that part of the story, did they? Everything they told you happens in reverse. This is why they always say a mulatto is an African and a European, right? But they don't never tell you which one is brown. At the same time that these niggas supposed to be enslaved, taken from the west coast of Africa, right? North coast, west coast of Africa, all that over there. Barbary slave trade. They don't tell you that from 1500, really a little bit before that, but let's just say from 1500 to 1850. Huh? From 1500 to 1850, in the west coast, slave coast of Africa, was enslaved roughly 2.25 million pale-faced Europeans. I can't make it up. The Ottoman Empire enslaved people all through northern and western Africa. Huh? This is why they call themselves today Afrikaans. This is why the only people in the world who call themselves African are pale-faced. Look it up. Do I gotta show y'all the Afrikaans? The South African Boer? But y'all didn't know they deep in Nigeria. They deep in Ghana. They deep in Ghana. Listen, the whole West Coast, they still there today, been there since 1500s. White boys, still white today. The Afri are a natural, indigenous, pale-skinned North African already. So we know white people can come from Africa. Ain't y'all trying to convince us that all people come from Africa? Well, then white people come too. Can't keep them out. The out of Africa theory been debunked 4 times. This is why we already on the 5th version of it. Did y'all know that? The whole everybody come from Adam and Eve from some little cave in Africa, turned to a monkey, and then you turned it to a nick. That whole theory been debunked 4 times already. We on the 5th version, and we didn't already debunked that. You can't prove genetic drift. Yeah? Y'all got to get past skin color. First of all, the American comes in every color. Right? 4 major land masses, right? The Americas, Africa, India, Asia. There's 4 indigenous people to every one of them lands, right? What happens when you mix them all together? You make a nigger. Uh-oh.
War that was waged on the original people of this land when foreign settlers arrived. As they seized the land, they rewrote the narrative to erase us from history. What better way to disconnect a people from their land than to convince them they came from somewhere else? But we know better now. The stories of our elders, the records held by indigenous leaders, and genetic evidence all point to a reality that the original people of the Americas, the so-called African Americans, have a lineage distinct from those in Africa.
Facts.
The system that governs America today is a foreign entity. It's an occupying force exploiting resources that rightfully belong to us, the original people. They send aid and resources to foreign governments while we, the rightful heirs of this land, have been made prisoners on our own soil. The government that claims to represent America doesn't represent the true America. It represents a false narrative. And the truth is, this land, its resources, its culture, and its heritage belong to us. Our ancestors lived by tribal law and custom, rooted in respect for the land, the community, and the matriarchal systems of governance. This was not a society of conquest and greed like the one that displaced us. It was a society of balance where the earth was treated as a living being, and the people knew their place within.
Huh? What is that, y'all? Huh? When you gonna touch back in with your Indian roots? Hmm? Why ain't everybody clapping? Throwing up some hand signs. Why ain't you clapping? Do you know what that is? First of all, what is this? What's this, y'all? What's that? But what is this? See that? With the really, that's what y'all looking at is 3 feathers hanging down. Huh? What is that? That is the Mukagawin. Mound in the middle. Sign of the Creator. Mound in the middle. With the walled cities. Look, they're walled in. Mound, Mukagawin. This is the sign of Pan, the sunken continent that is now the floor of the Pacific. Not some of the flow, all of it. This is the sign of the prophets of America, right here. Huh? Who would have rocked them signs right there, y'all? That's Haonga, huh? The prophet. The prophet of the Great Spirit. What? Sign is the Mukagawin. The sign of the sunken continent, the Mukagawin. The golden hoop and the feathers. You see it real good in this one. The 3 feathers. Same thing here. Hold on, because they gonna think I'm playing. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Let me show y'all the Mukagawin 35,000 years ago. Hold on. Hold on, they're gonna think I'm playing. Let me build it. Okay. All right, now my little computer moving a little slow. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me show y'all the Mukagawin. I'm gonna be like, you capping, cause man. I know y'all be like, man, this nigga just be making this shit up. He gotta be making it up. Cause if he not making it up, right? Well, then that boy dropping some real game. Right? And I'm missing it. Right? If he telling the truth, huh? The Mukagawin. Do you see it? Do you see it? The Mukagawin. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. This, my friends and family, is the Bible of the mound builders. Yeah, we are the mound builders. We got that genetic stock in us. We are admixed now today. But the admixture produces the Indian, the Angui. Huh? That's what we are. Look, this is the Bible of the mound builder. This is 35,000 years old, proven by Churchward, James Churchward, for dating this. And also Dr. Susan B. Martinez. And by the way, this was found in the mounds. Not making this up. This is a tablet written in copper. But what y'all need to know is this is a Bible. Why is it showing geometric signs and things? Because our religion, for real, is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. You are the most intelligent people on the planet, and you always have been. Why? Because you are those spiritually most high raised people. Look, the longhouse, the Haudenosaunee. That's what it means. What's that? Anybody know what that is? That's a mound. Uh-oh. Y'all thought that the flat thing with the dirt and all that? No. That's called the umani. That sits over this, the structure. Huh? So, yes, in the middle of Cahokia, let's just say, there's a massive mound sitting up under the flattened top. And look, it's got a door. So guess what you do? You walk in it. So that means up under the dirt is the real mound. Because look, here go the pyramid. It's already showing you how to build pyramids. This is 35,000 BC, y'all. But here go the Mukagawin. Why you keep saying that? And then, hold on. See, here, this is what's over the mound. Look. right? See this? See these flat structures go like that? Let me show you Cahokia real quick. Let me just show you Cahokia, because once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? Let me show you Cahokia mounds, because once you see the Umani, the flat table, like you did what I'm talking about, and you learn what it is, then it starts to make sense. Here go a good one. Here go a good one that y'all should. Hold on, this should be a good one right here, so y'all can get exactly what this is saying. Now, hold on. Now, y'all see it's the stairs, right? With the flat top on top of it, right? It's got the 4 sides with the stairs, right? This is called the Umani, right? Lakota and Sioux tribes still make these today, right? They like platforms, right? Let me show you one in real life. When you see it, you can't unsee it. Watch this. Boom. Let me show you it again. See the 4 corners, see the 4 sides, see the step up with the flat plane. Here you go. You go to step up with the flat plane. How to build it on the side. Look, the 2-sided. You go to 4 sides right here. This, and remember, this is on the bottom. Watch right here. This is on the bottom. Right? You see that? Now watch this. This, see this part right here? Right here. This is sitting on top of this. Right? And this is on top of this. This is what they didn't tell y'all. That's the secrets of why they kept going in the mounds. The mound is an entrance. The great shit is under the dirt. Now watch. Here it go. Can you see it now? Do you see the size? If y'all see it, hit me with a 1 in the chat. If y'all can see it now, hit me with a 1 in the chat. Itchy know he American. Once you see, now mind you, this is in Owaspy. First of all, how you get it? How a white boy from Ohio get this? This 35,000 years old. Nobody knew this. Watch this. Why you keep calling it that? Let me show you. Now, right, describing the Bible of the Mound Builders. What each one of these little squares up here. Hold on, let me show you. What each one of these little squares mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What each one is, what the name of it is. Let's go. And now, mind you, 35,000 years ago, what's in the corner right here? 35,000, that's 30, let's just say 33 BC, 33,000 BC. What do we have here? Boats. And then not only boats, but look, down here at the bottom, you got the canoe. But this is a seagull, a maritime vessel, like a small boat. Here, it's even got a sail. 35,000 years ago. But look, this is a seagoing vessel. This looks just like a Viking vessel. Who gave what to who? It's 35,000. Wasn't no Europe then. Wasn't no Vikings, wasn't no Scottish, wasn't no nothing. but it will show some Indians in America. How is this in their mounds 35,000 years ago? It's not till you get into this Owaspy that this shit even start to get explained. But let's go show you why I keep calling it the Mukagawin. Right? And look. The Hunshawasi shall have one angi or window. They're talking about the pyramid, right? We're talking about the pyramid. Where we go, right? Hold on. Where I go that fast? Hold on. What happened? Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back up here. That was weird. It just like jumped the thing real quick. Hold on. Let me see. All right. Now, it just described this place. Said it's only going to have one entrance, right? They call it a Hunsawasi, a pyramid, or a place of light, right? Funny that they call it a place of light, but it's created for darkness. But let's go see what the next one is, right? Remember, the next one is this, right? This, the Mukagawin. Let me show you. It's this. You see it? You see it now? Watch this. Let me show you again. See it? Right here. Now, let's go see what it say. Huh? Let's go see what it say. And he shall have a Mukagawin. The what? The true sign of poverty. Huh? This didn't make no sense to me at first, but look. He, the prophet, shall have a Mukagawin, the true sign of poverty, and it shall be his jewel made of copper and gold. For, listen, y'all, this is how you know you a special people. You go through shit. Didn't make no sense till right here. Right here. Look. For whom I have made to live in poverty in this world. Huh? For whom I've made to be oppressed, hated, and still come out on the top of the world producing everything. All the major inventions are yours, American Indians. In the world. Your culture dominates the planet. For whom I have made to live in poverty in this world. For whom I gave them trials and them tribulations to. For whom I took to the very low. I will exalt in heaven. I've made only the poor to be my prophets. Jaja say ain't gonna be no one Abram. Ain't gonna be no one Moses. Ain't gonna be no one Yeshua. You ain't gonna be able to kill them off. He said we gonna raise up millions of them. That's what a Mukagawin is. It's the sign of the prophet. Huh? For whom I may go through all this shit in this world. I will exalt in heaven and make it all worth it now. Huh? Got a little purpose to it now. It can make a little bit of sense. Because, boy, I've been getting a whooping. But now I know why. Because he loved me the most. He got to give me the experience. I got to be able to overcome my highest of highs and still be cool. Overcome my lowest of lows and still be cool. Huh? To approach the Godhead is to what? To master everything below you. To do it in physicality is called aisu, or prophet. Huh? Passionless man, a man without sin. Not that you ain't sinned, you just ain't got none right now. Come on. We can get there. We can get there. Huh? And he shall have a mukagawin, the true sign of poverty. It shall be his jewel, made of copper and gold. For whom I made to live in poverty in this world, I will exalt in heaven. I have made only the poor to be my prophets. But watch this. See it? Hit me with a 2 in the chat. Hit me with a 2 in the chat if you see it. Hit me with a 2 in the chat if you see it. Y'all gotta wake up. You are in fact not black. You are in fact not really Indian. You are Angwi, Aboriginal, Indigenous, Untonginous. You didn't come from Africa. May you have some shit back in your past somewhere. Maybe so. But I'm willing to bet even they was brown. Niggas from Europe. Yep. I don't want to tell you that. Do you see it? See it. Don't see it with your eyes. See it with your spiritual eyes. Huh? See it with your spiritual eyes. Do you see the crown, the ring? This is actually called Mu. M-U. This is the sign of the name of America. This 6-point, what they call a Star of David, is actually a Mu. A 1, 2, 3 is Mu Kakawin. Right? Do you see it? Watch this. Do you see it? Do you see the Mukakawin? Your ancestors built this, and this is just the remnant. Do you know how old this shit is? The reason you have a Mukakawin is because somebody already built the structure. It's just a sign of what? Real dwellings, real living, real culture, real heritage. See how they tore off the tops of these mounds? See that? And then dug in them. Tore them down. We just looking at the remnants of what's left. Let's keep cooking.
In the natural order. As we awaken to our true identity, it's time to return to those customs, to reclaim what was stolen from us. Not just the land, but the wisdom and laws that sustained us for millennia. There's a growing movement among Black American Indians to reconnect with tribal law and our ancient ways of governance. We are re-establishing our rights as the first people of this land, a process that has even been recognized by international bodies like the United Nations. They know, as we know, that the descendants of those who colonized this land are not the original Americans. The original Americans were here long before any ship ever touched these shores, and we are still here today. As we continue to wake up, the pieces of our history fall into place. We are the world's oldest people, carrying a genetic stock unique from those in Africa. Our presence on this land predates any of the timelines taught in the US education system. We didn't arrive in chains. We were here, thriving, until war was waged upon us, and even then, they couldn't erase us. We survived as prisoners of war, labeled as slaves and forced to forget our own stories. But the matriarch is rising once again. We are reclaiming our legacy, our laws, our lands, and our resources. The false government that stands today cannot continue to deny us our place in this world. The truth is out, and it's only a matter of time before the world fully recognizes that we are not foreigners in this land. We are its rightful stewards. Our return to tribal law and custom is not just a return to our past, it is a path forward, a path that honors the earth, our ancestors, and future generations. The time has come for the Black American Indian, the original people of America, to stand tall, reclaim our rightful place in the world, and assert our sovereignty. The story they tried to bury is being unearthed, and we will no longer be prisoners in our own land. The matriarch is back. We are back.
We gonna hold on. I ain't gonna. I'm a cook. I'm a cook on that. I got another one that's coming up on Montezuma's castle. Oh boy, I got a good one on Guatemala, or the land of the four tribes, what we call North America, huh? But let's get into some of this lesson, huh? Worshippers of the Great Spirit, JEHOVIH, huh? The sound of that the wind makes in Guatemala. What is Guatemala? Huh? Guatemala is the ancient cosmological name of North America. Huh? It means the land of the four tribes, or the land of the crossing. I would ask y'all, is there a land of a cross in the Americas? And remember, we just talking about North America. Is there, for instance, a large cross in North America? Where we see some of the oldest people coming from. Some of the oldest mound builder, megalithic builder culture right here in North America. Remember, Guatemala means the four tribes, or the land of the cross. Huh? The land of the crossing. Because if you got a cross, right, a X or a plus sign, right, a cross, you got four sections. So is there a major cross in North America? Y'all want me to show y'all something? Y'all probably never thought of it, but let me show y'all this. What about Four Corners? Is that a cross? Four Corners region, New Mexico, Colorado. Is there a hold on, let's see if I can blow that up a little bit. I can't blow it up. But this is your Four Corners region. Who we got down here, y'all? That's Chaco. Huh? That's Chaco culture. That's who you call your Anasazi. The guys who built in the mountains. Oh man, I gotta do a build on the mountains. Gotta do a build on the mountains. I was right, C Live. C Live's watching. Mally. Anybody remember? The gang know. The gang know. Gang know. I've been saying for years. I have always thought that the Rocky Mountains and other mountain ranges in the Americas and across the world, period, were once living structures. And we're just watching the weathered remains of a once great society that was able to carve out the inside and live in the mountains. Chaco culture is proof of some of that. Huh? What about this? Y'all ever seen this before? This is called oh damn. They ain't gonna let me blow it up. But it's called Montezuma's Castle. Built right into a mountainside. And I'm telling you, this is a building. This is the remains of an old building. And that part in there is just the back part. All this right here used to extend out. And you're just watching the remains. All this, I'm telling y'all, is brick. I know it's hard to believe. And look at the sedimentary rock. Look how they laid it. It's two different types on top of each other. How? Right? But I ain't gonna we gonna get back into the lesson. Right? So I just wanted to give y'all that you did what I'm talking about. Not only do they call this the land of the four tribes, or the land of the cross, that we got a massive cross in Southwest America called Four Corners. Yeah, that makes sense, don't it? When you're looking for a cross, four corners, it makes sense. Right? Now, I just want to show y'all that Guatemala, particularly, so this is what we're talking about, or North Guatemala is North America. So Guatemala is North America. Y'all got it? That's the ancient cosmological name. Right? But it's actually a name older than that. But we'll get into that. Right? Guatemala. Oh, and to prove that, guess what? Guess what the oldest festival in the United States is called? I'll give y'all a hint. It's practiced by the Mount Shasta Indians. This is older than the Green Corn Festival. Older. What's the oldest festival in the United States called, y'all? Do y'all know? Anybody put it in the chat? Practice. I'll give y'all a clue. It's practiced by the Mount Shasta Indians. Yeah. And they say they practice this because after a great deluge, they was able to come to a mountain and repopulate themselves in a inner city. Guess what that oldest festival in America is called? I can't make this up, y'all. Y'all ain't even never heard of the word Guatemala. Listen, the only time you may have ever heard of that is if you are abreast of the Vedic scriptures, the Vedic texts, the Mahabharata, and Buddhic scriptures, if you knew that Buddha's real name is conflated as Gautama, right? A lot of people say, well, that's because he come from America. Well, how you figure that? Well, his mama named Maya. That's what they say. But the oldest festival in the United States is called the Adoration to Gautama, practiced by the Mount Shasta Indians. I can't make it up this good. Where do you even get the word Gautama? Where do you get the word Guatemala from? The land of the 4 tribes. Guatemala. So hit me with some folds in the chat. You dig what I'm talking about? Hit me with some folds in the chat. The oldest festival in America is the Mount Shasta Indian Adoration to Gautama Festival, where they, like I said, they say they got off from a great deluge and went on to repopulate. But look, let's get to reading real quick. Gautama, particularly North Gautama or North America, has been ordained from the very beginning of man's inhabitation of the earth to be the place where the Creator's kingdom on earth would be established. Listen, even though it has taken more than 72,000 years. How much more than 72,000 years? 2 days ago, we went into the 177th year of the Cosmon era. So what year is it, y'all, since the creation of upright thinking man? Anybody got that date? Give you extra faithist points if you can tell me the year, what year it is since man has been able to think like me and you. What year is it? You get extra faithist points. You dig what I'm talking about? You get a notch up on your spirit rate. Tell me what year it is. And if you don't know, why don't you know? I'm going to go ahead and let that sink in for a minute. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. Think about it. If it's been 72,000 years to get here, and we in the 177th year of the Cosmon era, what year is it since the creation of upright thinking man like me and you? I'll just leave that right there. It has taken more than 72,000 years to reach the time when this would occur, right? Which is the Cosmon era, starting when? 1848 AD. Those who will populate the Creator's kingdom will spiritually be prepared for living in harmony now. This is why it's important you hear. This is why the game. Because you're preparing for living in harmony with the heavenly kingdom. Shout out to Shalom, because it's coming. But let's get into some of this. Book of the very first God of earth, Sethantes, 11:3-12, and it says, and Tori. Where's Tori? Who is Tori? Why did that sound familiar? Like the moon count, the turtle moon count, called the Tere. A terrapin. It's a turtle. Tori is the count. Turtle count. Moon cycles on the turtle's back. Okay, y'all get. Well, this is why they call it Turtle Island. The very first god of this land was named Tori. He gave the tori or terapin count. Yeah. Tera. Meaning like earth. Pan. Roof. And tori was the land that the angels later called North Gautama, North America, signifying, what does it signify? The meeting of the nations and the dawn of Cosmon. Don't they call the United States a melting pot? How do you know? Y'all got to remember, Owaspy was written during Reconstruction, 1881. Well, none of this known. God at the time, at what time? 72,000 BC. His name, mama named him Sethantes. So God, 72,000 years ago, in the land of Tori, later to be called North America, came down out of the ship and stood on the land. This is how I learned there was something going on with the mountains. Look, God came down out of the ship and stood on the land, and a light of Ethereum flame descended upon him. And the Creator spoke out of the light, saying, "Hear me, O my son. I have brought you here to this land, America, which is the last. America is the last of the circle. Asia or Japheth is the first. You're going to see high society go east to west. That don't mean we didn't already have high society. And while everybody else, and many times, was losing their high societies, America was able to keep its. You dig what I'm saying? Those are facts. Hear me, O my son. I brought you here to this land, North America, which is the last of the circle. Even as who? Waga, Pan, was the first. The floor, now called the Florida Pacific, was first. But watch this. You're going to see some of the biggest massive pyramids that they don't even let you see going to be in Asia. Some of the biggest and oldest you're going to see in Asia. We had the same shit going on, but you're going to see that high raised sun society go east to west. And now it's setting here in America. This is the last. This is the promised land. This is why do you think they're dying to get here? They'll come with every excuse, except it's in your genetics. Behold, when the earth is circumscribed with those who choose me, I will come here in America. When? After 1848 or the Cosmon era, or now. Why you think they call me Cosmon? Cosmon means now. It also means balance. Right? And this time you're going to have high spirituality and high physicality all at the same time. A planet only goes through Cosmon once. It's that great balancing. Now look, on this land, on America, I will finish. I will kill off. I will extinct the dominion of gods and lords on earth. You ever wonder why you ain't in the church? You know you spiritual. You already know that. You know that there's a creator. You know it's a God. You know all that. You know grandma in heaven somewhere after she didn't pass, she an angel. But you not rocking with what that book telling you. You know that ain't the right thing. What they doing, what Pastor Soft Shoe and Reverend Tiptoe doing around here, ain't been right, and you can't even go, or bring yourself to go, or make your kids go. Not like your mama raised you up. You can't even get your kids to go. You can't pay them. Why? Jaja say, I'm killing it all here. Huh? Even as it was begun on Waga or Pan, right? The sunken continent. He's saying the worship of gods and lords was started there, right? But he said he's going to end it here. Through you and your lords, I will now lay the foundation for my kingdoms on this land, America. I will raise up a people, listen, who shall be the fulfilling of that which the Ions, the mound builders of Waqaf, Pan, of who they profess. These will be your people of Mu, so-called. For my chosen shall come out boldly against all dominion except mine, the creators. Who else coming out stepping boldly? It's only 4 people. It's only the gang. Who's stepping out boldly on the side of the creator today? Hit me with a 4. For the land of the 4 tribes. Hit me with a land of the 4 if you standing on side of the Great Spirit. No gods, no lords, no saviors, no messiahs in the way between you and the Great Spirit. I will raise up a people who will be the fulfilling of that which the mound builders, the Ions of Waga profess. For my chosen shall come out boldly. Boldly. How many times we didn't body bag Christ, Buddha, Brahma, Allah? We whooped on Kemet, whooped on the Bruce, whooped on them. We ain't took a L yet and nothing. Why? Because the creator's chosen. These niggas of America, this is what a wasp be saying. Shall come out boldly. And then, how do you know that these niggas of America? Because it's only 4 people coming out boldly. It's only 4 people coming out boldly. We call them the 4 horsemen. You think it's a mistake? What the 4 horsemen in the Bible represent, y'all? Don't it represent the beginning of the end? Bible will get you to go so spooked up with revelations and all that, you think it's your end. But the creator's chosen shall come out boldly. Who the only 4 niggas in America talking this? It's only 4. Selah Shalom, Daryl Cosma, Malachi Maccabee, and young Anikaiki, the cloud kicker. It's only 4 of us. So we know who the people is. I say you special. Not because you just is. But it's not just because you is, it's because you good. Because you chose. That's what made you chose. You chose the creator over everything. That's what make you real. We know who the people is because it's only 4 people stepping out boldly. Shout to the creator gang. You bring them, we raise them. You bring them, we raise them. Huh? Shout to the 4 horsemen. You boys are doing a magnificent work. Huh? Waking the people up. What? Creator said, I am sufficient for all my creation. Hmm? Hmm? For my chosen, the created gang. For my chosen, the Essenes. For my chosen, the Nazarenes. For my chosen, huh? The Ebionites. For my chosen, the Israelites. For my chosen, huh? The Stuan. For my chosen, the Muskogan. Huh? For my chosen, the Algonquin. So come out boldly. Shout to Malachi Maccabee. Shout to Selah Shalom. Shout to Daryl Cosma. Huh? Hmm? Let's kick some more clouds real quick. Huh? Look over this land. My son. Now look, somebody is calling God his son. Let that sink in. I thought God created everything, Cosma. Think again. True God, praise the creator. Show me one time in any of these selfish, egotistical, wrathful, vengeful, hateful religions where God humbles himself and praises something greater than him. This is how we know God ain't the creator. God is man. Man is God. As man acquiesces, so is he God or Shaitan. Shaitan literally means self. But look over this land, America. Huh? My son, set unto God and provide for the time of Cosmon. For my prophets will foretell. My who? Like my little brother say, I'm bow-legged in the shoulders. Because who gonna tell it? Huh? Who telling it? It's only 4 people telling it. Only the gang telling it. Only y'all telling it. Huh? My prophets, my people will foretell you what shall happen. Not lying to y'all. I don't call myself that, but it's only 4 niggas. Who else is standing by the creator? Who else got a movement based on freedom, emancipation, huh? Liberty and organization? Huh? Who? I can name 2. It's only the faithists. It's only y'all in the Aboriginal community. That's it. Why you think I associate with them? I couldn't have helped this if I tried. Huh? I'm not doing this for shits and giggles. I don't ask for nothing. Don't need shit. I want to get my people right. Only way you get right is to wake up to the Great Spirit. Why the fuck you think you alien? All these ancestors? Yeah, they talking. But they talking your DNA. Huh? They talking your dreams. Got some glasses for your spiritual eyes? Are you seeing straight? Are you hearing clear? Because my prophets will foretell you what shall happen. And afterward, you shall look upon the, listen, he talking to God. The creator is talking to God. Let's put some context on this. Big dog, creator, Yahweh, Jehovah, is talking to little dog, Manito, God, big bro. The Father, creator, is talking to the Son, God. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Jesus said, "You same thing you do, I can do it even better." Wait a minute. Well, then I must be what you is, Jeebus, to do what you able to do, and you are a son of God. So if you are a son of God, that makes me a son of God. But the son of creator is God. See the trick? See how religion dupe you? Made you look for God outside of you, just like they making you look for this imaginary race and heritage and culture over there. And ain't damn one of you niggas been to Africa, know nothing about Africa. You don't even want to go. They don't like you. It's not your culture. It's not your heritage. It's not your ethnicity. Your grandmama ain't never told you niggas about no slavery or about nothing African. Never, ever. How I know? How you know, Cosmon? I'm just telling y'all right now, we the same people. How I know? Because your grandmama, my grandmama. That's how I know. I ain't telling you what I think, what I believe. It could be a possibility. No, nigga, it's not. It is what it is. Your grandma ain't told you, no, baby, you got them high cheekbones because you got some Fulani, some Zulu genetics. No, nigga, she said you got that because you got some Shatta in you, baby. No, you got a little Cherokee in you. Huh? No, that's just that Seneca blood in you, baby. That's why you got that good hair. That's what your grandmama said to you. Context. Big dog, creator, talking to little dog, God. He said, look what he tell him to do. And afterwards, you, God, shall look up on the what? You shall look upon the mountains and the strong standing rocks. And the thought of your soul will pierce them. Your imagination. Is a thought of your soul not your imagination? And is the thought of your soul not measured by your comprehension? Listen. That is called spirit rate. Not making nothing up. The thought of your soul, your imagination, will pierce the mountains. He's talking to God. And its impression will be as a written book before the races of men in that day. And what day? Today. The 177th year of the Cosmon era. Why your God can't tell time, but Cosmon can. He told you he gave you the moon and the sun for days and months to tell time and all this shit, but then didn't turn around and teach you how. Something wrong. Something wrong. if God can't tell time, but Cosmon can. No, ain't nothing wrong. Your point of view is off. Cosmon is God. So is you. God can tell time. Yes, I can. Yes, you can. But that narrative in that book, that demonic entity in that book, he can't. Because he ain't God like you. No less a man like you. He ain't a God like you. He ain't choose creator. All real gods like Setantes choose the creator. It's another way to know if your God is false. If your God ever asks for praise, it's false. God don't want your praise. He's your brother. He wants your brotherhood. Uh-oh. Look. He said, you're going to look up on the mountains, and the impression will be as a written book before the races of men in that day. What day? Today. And nor will they know the cause. Cosmon don't know the cause. But they shall come forth in tens of thousands for the Creator's sake, putting away all gods, lords, and any ancient tyranny. Huh? Can y'all think of any ancient tyranny that might be in your lives? Bible, Upanishads, Avestas, Taoism, Confucianism, Islam. Can you think of any ancient tyrannies? And when I say tyrannies, that things that oppress and kill in their wake to enforce their ideology. Sound like religion to me. Your soul shall be my talisman, my mukakawin, deeply engraved in the land. Huh? The people, you will be the Creator's talisman, deeply engraved in the land, the water, and the mountains. This is why Creator said, come up out of her. On this land alone, on America, no Lord or God shall be established by the sword, and it never has and never will. Huh? They didn't come over here killing, pushing Christianity. Nah. Wasn't no religions forced over here. As a matter of fact, they was running from religious oppression. They was trying to proselytize when they came over here. They was trying to be friendly. You better be friendly. Huh? It's 10,000 Cosmons around the corner. You better be friendly. Huh? On this land, no Lord or God shall be established by my sword, for it is my land, which I planned for the deliverance of the nations of the earth. Makes sense why they call it the Union. The host, hold on. The host of both the ships came and joined in the Gleason reunion after hundreds of years of absence. Then they traveled over the land and waters of the great western continent. So we know where we at. And all the shades that the Lord, and all the places that the Lord had searched out to the east and west, north and south, or in all directions, even to the farthest boundary, were revealed and recorded in the books of heaven. God said, this is Setantes, and you, my Lord, shall mark out the place of the dominion of the Creator in the founding of his kingdom on earth, and a record of your labors shall descend through the lords and gods that come after you, even down to the time of the coming light of Cosmos. 1 second, y'all. You are. Hey, if you're getting a little something up out of this, man, hit me with some vortexes in the chat real quick. You dig what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 minute, y'all, and I will be right back. Y'all getting a little something up out of this about your Aboriginal history? You dig what I'm talking about? Hit me with a 5 in the chat. Hit me with a 5. No, as a matter of fact, hit me with some vortexes in the chat. Let's keep it moving. All right, y'all. All right, I see the vortex is in the chat. Right? In all the places that the Lord had searched out, even to the farthest boundary, were revealed and recorded in the books of heaven. God said, and you shall mark out the place of the dominion of the Creator in the founding of his kingdom on earth. And a record of your labor shall descend through the lords and gods that come after you, even down till now, the time of Cosmon. And the people who shall dwell there till that day, till today, shall never be worshipers of any lord or god, such as other people shall worship. Now, subjugation, oppression, indoctrination, war, have led people to make certain decisions. But our ancestors never praised the gods of the people over there, or any god whatsoever. This is why y'all not rocking with religion today, because you never was. I showed you your religion. It was science. It was technology. It was engineering. It was math. It was STEM. You was building boats, creating pyramids. You had Euclidean mathematics in your Bible. Let that sink in. 35,000 years ago. 35,000 years ago, the American Indian had Euclidean mathematics already built into his understanding of what a Bible is. Let that sink in. Your culture, your heritage was science. It was technology. Right? Now, notice the double marks right here. We're going to go down there and read. Now, let my seal. What seal? The mu. Remember that 6-point star? Be put upon this land. And in the name of the Creator, and to him I consecrated forever. Thus, what did it say? Thus, the beginning of the end of mortals worshiping gods and lords is to start in North America with who? The American Indian. Even as on the continent of Pan, the worship of the Lord and God was begun, this verse does not mean the end of the Creator's gods and lords. They work for righteousness. They work for Creator. False gods work against him. Now, listen. All the Algonquin tribes worship the Great Spirit, Yahweh, Iowa, right? Only. It was characteristic of them to never accept any God or Lord, and this is why you fought so hard. And the American race, the entire American race, coming after them, are fast raising the same exalted conception of the Great Spirit. You got that right with your Creator yet? So, if the land of North America was ordained to be the beginning of the Creator's kingdom on earth, what then of the inhabitants of the land? How would they reflect this, and what would be their role, if any, in preparation for the Creator's kingdom on earth? Now, the ancient indigenous inhabitants of North America, variously called Native Americans or First Nation and Amerindians or Guatemans, have often been short shrift by man's government since the discovery of the Americas by the Europeans. Such governments have often treated them as inferior and insignificant, which is unfortunate because the native Guatemans, the indigenous Americans, misnomered as African Americans, blacks and coloreds, misnomered also as Negroes, have characteristics that demonstrate that they do indeed have an important part to play in the foundation of the Creator's kingdom today. Waspi say Y'all blood is the key. The American Indian is the key. Huh? Because ain't the sons of Moses, the sons of Chinese, and the sons of Capilia supposed to come to America? Who they supposed to meet? The sons of Iwata, the American Indian. First and foremost, for the most part, they, the American Indian, have been worshipers of the Great Spirit for many thousands of years. Their culture, although close to the earth, is imbued and powered by spirit and acknowledged to be of the Great Spirit. Don't nobody but y'all talk about praising the Great Spirit. Their social and tribal ways value freedom and the individual as an integral part of family and community, which was also evident in the quality of their fathers and chiefs, among whom there were no tyrants or dictators. Listen, you wouldn't have stood that. You wouldn't have stood no tyrant, no dictator. You'd have went to war about it. And you did that with people trying to oppress you from anywhere. Now, their nurturing and raising of children with the ability to absorb orphans and lost children into their families. Huh? How many of y'all got a whole bunch of half brothers and sisters that your mamas and daddies and cousins and grandmas and all them raised up? They ain't even your real family, but you was raised up with them so long, that's really your brother. Why? Because your mama don't turn no babies down. That had been taught to y'all for more than 25,000 years right here. That's just on the short end, 25,000. It's ingrained in your DNA. Your mama ain't never let a baby go hungry. You ain't neither. Their nurturing and raising of children with the ability to absorb orphans and lost children into their families and tribes preview the enlightened upbringing of the children in the Creator's kingdom on earth to come. The Union of Nations, the United States, established by the United Indian States, established by Iwata. I ain't making this up either. Right? Still evident in the Iroquois Confederacy at the time of the European colonization, provided a model for the United States Constitution. Ben Franklin citing it as an example to be modeled upon. Now, regarding the last point, Owaski reveals that the model of the Great Spirit culture, including the Great Confederation of Peace of the who? You don't even know what that word is. Ahuan. Ahuan means large, copper-colored. That's what it means. You lying, Cosmon. Damn it! You're lying. Doesn't mean no copper-colored people. How could this white guy in 1881 know that, Cosmon? Come on. You're faking it, Cosmon. You're just a big fat faker, Cosmon. Ahuans don't got nothing to do with copper-colored people, Cosmon. You're just making that up. You're a liar. That's what they'll say. Until you whop them in the head. Huh? Till you whop them in the head. Ahuan. Half-breed between the Irons and the Druks. But what? The Ahuans are the copper-colored race. Do they call anybody else but the American Negro part of the copper-colored race in the Americas? Huh? Native Americans ain't part of that. And you be copper-colored brown, primarily. You know, all the shades of copper included. Copper nonetheless. So when they talk about Ahoans, we're talking about the original Americans, the copper-colored race. This only fits one people in America with long, black, coarse nigger hair and copper-colored brown skin. It only fits the Negro. He is of Ahoan, large, copper-colored race. That's it. That's what that means. So when you see Ahoan or you see Hua anywhere, you know what you're looking at. Copper color, large megalithic builders. These are your pyramid builders, the Ahoans. But they are from where? Guatemala. So what he just said was, including the Great Confederation of the Peace of the American Negroes. I'm going to show you that once you mix back with this, with the mound builder stock, right? This Ahoan, the large copper-colored megalithic builder. Once he mixed back with the mound builder stock, it produces us, what we commonly know as an Indian, a Angui, a Negro, a Negro. That's how you say it, Angui, right? But remember, who did we come into contact with first? We came into contact with the Spanish, right? And once you mix the word ONGWEE, Angui, up, and you take the two E's from the end, move them to the front, and move the O to the end, it becomes Negro. Who did we come into contact with first, y'all? The Spanish. The Spanish, speaking the Latin tongue, do not have a woe sound in their language. Period. There ain't no woe. But there is a double rolling R, a ro. So Negro comes Negro. Just is what it is. Now, I'm going to cut this one short, and we're going to get into the second part a little later, right? I'm going to break this into two parts because I don't want it to be too heavy. Because we get into who is who, and then we're gonna break it down some more, right? Now, it says that including the Great Confederation of Priests of the American Indians would come through the spirits of the Americans, proof of which is witnessed today in the international admiration and adoption of the best of the American culture or the Guatemalan culture among the seekers of peace, truth, harmony, and all life, which is hip hop. Knowledge in motion dominates the world. The Creator saw the great works of Iwata, the prophet of America, saw the people gathered together in tens of thousands of places. Then the Creator spoke to Iwata saying, you shall found 40 mighty nations. This is why you call it the United States. Huh? Oh, my son, and every nation shall be its independent nation, or what is called a state. But all the nations shall be united into a brotherhood of nations as one mighty people. And that one shall be called Opa, Ego Quim, or out of many one, signifying one. For when I come in Cosmon in 1848, my people shall have many states. Do we got many states today? Just like yours 6,000 years ago, Iwata. And the combination shall be called the Union. Do we live in the United States? Build a model for them, Iwata. Did we get it from the Iroquois? Right? Did they get the Constitution from the Iroquois? Well, I ask you, who did the Iroquois get it from? Huh? For although when they come, they will overthrow your people. Who? The angels of your holy ones, Aboriginal American spirits, firm in adherence and obedience to the great spirit Yahweh, shall come and purge them of their Savior. This is why you not rocking with Jesus. And make them clean in my sight. Then Iwata made the nations, united them into one mighty people, and called them Alga Opa Ekoquim. Ekoquim is the name of the creator. Out of many, one. And they planted the country over with cornfields and dwelt in peace. Right? Now, to the anglicized ear, Ekoquim became Algonquin. They put an A in front of this. It became Algonquin. And then Algonquin. It's the name of the creator. E-O-A. See it? And see it in there? E. O-A. I'm telling you, this name is written smack dab in the middle of our country. E-O-Y is the state of Iowa. Nobody is getting you back in touch with the Great Spirit. Nobody's showing you why you an Indian. It's culture. It's heritage, it's ethnicity. But if you ain't practicing it, you can tell me whatever you is. All you want to. But we won't see it in history or in real time. Huh? And with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and close it out right there. We're going to jump back into it, onto the second part tonight. I'm going to come back on tonight, a little later on. I got some things I got to do. But we just going to keep cooking, y'all. We just gonna keep cooking. You dig what I'm talking about? And since I know they lying about everything, we gonna go ahead and take them out tonight. We gonna go and get up out of here with my dog. You dig what I'm talking about? Hurricane. We gonna get up out of here with my dog Hurricane. You dig what I'm talking about? We gonna get up out of here tonight with my dog Hurricane. We the revolution, man. We the revolution. Hit me with some vortexes in the chat, man. Huh? Grand rising to all you Aboriginal Americans. Asio. Huh? Halito. Huh? Chimichukma. Huh? And all that good stuff. Love, light, balance, man. Be the revolution. Shout out my dog. Hurricane. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all hit me with some vortexes in the chat, man. We gonna get cooking real quick. And we up out of here, man. Hey, all I need y'all to do is do one thing for me, man. Y'all got me? Y'all got me? Y'all can do this for me, man. I only need y'all to do one thing. And that's to breathe in. And let that light in. Because I'm Cosmon. And I'm out.
Hurricane 313.
Fuck a president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution. Be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck a dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all haters. We the revolution. Be the revolution. Agenda 2030, I don't think he heard me. Fuck the government, cause they tryna do us dirty. Waking up early, gotta grab the hammer. Have a fed hanging on the wall like a banner. Feel like Bruce Banner, turn it to the heart. Throw a dictator through a motherfucking car. Tell the prime minister, should've been the listener. True hunter, kill his ass like a killer would. Hit him up, got a bunch of bullets that'll fill him up. Tell the coroner, come and motherfucking pick him up. Spin a truck, we gon' ride out for another hit. Who to get? You can kill a motherfucking globalist. Solar fist, knock your head off up the outer space. Not a case, you would disappear just without a trace. United States is a corporation that is out of place. Burn it all down, let's do it fucking right away. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all hate us. We the revolution, we the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all hate us. We the revolution, we the revolution. Smart cities coming, gonna be a trap. Fuck the Dutch cars, but the bitches getting hacked. Gotta grab the strap, I ain't getting chipped. Busting out the feds as I motherfucking dip. Hop up in the whip, daddy got to slip. To my hideout, gotta plan another trip. Flew off of Michigan, head up to Switzerland. Killing world leaders.
Hold on. I gotta show y'all something. This is for my bulldoggers. This is for my bulldoggers. I gotta show y'all something that you not only are you indigenous to America, your dogs is indigenous to America. Watch this. I'm telling you that terrier that they trying to tell you is from over there. It's from over here. Right? That American Pit Bull Terrier is from over here, and we got proof of it going back 1200 BC, right? 1200 BC. I want y'all to watch this picture real quick, right? I'm gonna blow this picture up, and y'all tell me, is this a terrier group? I'm saying these is the forefathers of our modern day pit bulls right here, and this is why you rock with your dog like you do. It's why everybody love the pits. Especially, you dig what I'm talking about? But I want to show you what is one thing that our dogs is known for, and that the terrier group is known for specifically. Bat wing ears, right? Every dog, the ears don't stick straight out to the side, and they can flop them over to the front. But the terriers can do that, right? And I want to show y'all these bat-eared dogs. They call them bat ears. Your pit bull got them right now, right? Watch this. I want to show y'all this. Shout out my dog, Prophet Swamper. 1200 BC. Huh? 1200 BCE. Is that a pit bull? Is that a pit bull? Is that a terrier? It's why you love your dog so much. It's why you're the best at it. He been proven with you. This is adobe clay made by the Mayans. 1200 BC. Huh? That's old family red, ain't it? That's the real old family. I'm telling you, these dogs been here. Huh? They wasn't even ready for this one. Is that a pit bull? Is that a terrier? Huh? I'm trying to tell you. Bro, we've been doing this a long time, man. I had to show my dog Prophet Swamper that real quick, man. Let's get back to it, man. And we out of here, y'all. Love, light, balance, man. Y'all breathe in, let that light in, man. Hey, Cosmon, man. I'm out, man.
They take from the innocent, dissident, fuck the government, knock them down fast. California fire, that's a motherfucking land grab. Panama Canal, that's another fucking land grab. Chrome lab, everywhere, damn, I think I'm gone mad. Don't laugh, see the light flash from the chrome blast. 44 mag, take your motherfucking dome fast. United States, it's the shit we gotta burn fast. Revolutionary, take your motherfucking world. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime ministers, cause they all hate us. We the revolution. Be the revolution. Fuck the president, fuck the dictator, fuck the prime minister, cause they all hate us. We the revolution. Be the revolution. Fuck the president,